What's yapping, YouTube? You gotta fuck with Zah here. You know, fuck with Zah. I hope y'all been chilling, taking care of yourself, being safe out here. You know, it's hot now. It's getting very hot. So, I mean, more people gonna be extra. But I'm here this time to present y'all with another new week. This is gonna be for the first week of April, from the 1st through the 7th. Instead of adding, in the last one I did like a couple stories, because like I said, I want to start it in March, and I included 7 stories, which took a long time. So I broke it down, and I'm only gonna do 3 stories this time. You know, I feel like the big 3 stories that I felt like went on from the 1st through the 7th of April. So we're gonna get into it. First thing I'm gonna really talk about is the food shortage that's going on. I'm not gonna lie, I had a little info from way before. Soul Illuminati, aka Spiritual Soul, was telling people about the food shortages. People who explain stuff, say stuff like that, they get called conspiracy theorists. But I was listening because he was bringing up facts. If you could bring up facts, it's valid. One thing about me, if we arguing and you bring up facts, I can't argue with you no more. You got it. Yeah, he was talking about the food shortages maybe like, I'll say a year or 2 years ago. Like from jump, he was telling us like, just stack your water, stack all this. I will show y'all what I have. Like, well, if y'all want to know like what I have stacked up already and stuff, like what I got, let me know in the comments, and I'll probably show y'all. I don't want to really, I might not though, because y'all might come rob. You never know what's going on. Like I said, this food shortage is crazy right now. I said, I hope y'all been taking care. But I feel like that's our fault. When Trump was in office, I didn't really recall no real bad, bad food shortages. Like it was the start of it. Don't get me wrong, it was the start. But now it's like, once Biden got in that shit, like he fucking, I don't know what they did, but he trying to blame it on the wars. I don't believe it. I feel like that's BS, ultimate BS. Bill Gates, y'all know who that is, right? The CEO of Microsoft. That motherfucker owns so much farmland, 269,000 acres in 19 different states of the United States. So if we running out of food and he got that much acres of farmland, you better ask that man. He in the US. This is your shit, right? You supposed to be the president of the United States. Tell him to give us some food if that's what it is. But also, I also feel like we should be planting our own shit, because we don't know what's gonna be going on. I know New York probably don't have some good fertile or soil and stuff. That's my state. But if you could, or if you could order soil online and stuff, and you could plant your own stuff, do that for sure, because something gotta give, you know, and Bill Gates ain't giving. I just hope y'all really manage and survive. We survived the pandemic. Those of us who are here, those who are not, rest in peace. So let's survive this other pandemic that's going on that Bill Gates also knew about. I ain't gonna talk about that because I ain't trying to have that hater come for me. But just know, he acquired over 269,000 acres of land, like farmland, in less than 10 years. Something ain't right. And he was doing it privately through his investment manager, Cascade Investment. Like I said, he's also the largest private farmland owner, the largest one. So that should speak to you a lot. Do your own research on Bill Gates if you don't know who that is already. He's not just the CEO of Microsoft. Stack y'all waters, y'all beans, everything, like all canned goods. Just try and plant your own shit if y'all could. Like really try to plant it. Try as hard as you could. My opinion on that, we failed. I had preferred Joe Biden over Trump at the time. I don't really want to be too political, but Biden in office done did a lot of stuff. Gas prices, stocks down. What? Trump? You got my vote in 2024, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but that's a different story. This next story I'm gonna talk about, T.I. lashing out on the female comedian, Lauren Knight.
There is nothing to charge me for. Or my wife. No, shut the up for a second. Hey, listen. No. As many times as you jump on that shit, I'm gonna check your mom as long as it takes. When you stop talking about it, when you stop playing with me and mine, I'ma stop saying something.
She was saying a joke about something and T.I. didn't like it. She was making a joke about sexual allegations that was against him and his wife. If y'all don't know about the sexual allegations stuff, it was a woman that came forward. She had tried to file a lawsuit claiming that they sexually abused her. That case got dismissed due to the fact that LAPD investigation showed that it was past 10-year statute of limitations, you know. So unfortunately for her if it is true, and she didn't get her justice. Another woman also came forward. She had alleged that her drink was spiked before engaging into non-consensual sexual acts with them as well, as in Tiny and T.I. But it was also thrown out due to it being longer than 10 years. The first case, I apologize, was from 2005. The second female that came up, it was in 2010. And that's why it passed the 10-year statute of limitations. Unfortunately, once those two cases was like posted onto social media, 30 more females came up and tried to say it was done to them too. That's a sexual allegation that he didn't like. You know, he didn't like that she was joking about. I don't like the fact that you claiming to be a comedian and she's a comedian and y'all outside of a comedy show. Man, you done seen comedians joke about people that's dead, making jokes about them while they dead, bro. So it's no real like sympathy for him. I actually feel like he went like a coward. Comedy, being a comedian, that's a form of art, bro. Not everyone could be funny. Just because she said something you didn't like, I don't feel like that gave you the right to go on stage and interrupt her set. That's messed up, that's foul. And if somebody would have did that on your stage, you would have been upset. At the end of the day, if y'all both are comedians, that should have never went down. You should have just took on the chin. They're both comedians, so all that going back and forth with her on stage, interrupting her, that was unnecessary. This next story here though, this was actually my favorite story to get my information on and do my research on. You know, I was very happy. Courtney Taylor slicing up her boyfriend Christian Toby Obumsili. That's his name. Talking about this story.
Miami police were called to the Paraiso condos in Edgewater, where they found Christian stabbed near lifeless. Medics rushed him to Ryder Trauma, where he later died. Police say this was a domestic situation, and they detained a woman not too long after the stabbing after they arrived. But she, Baker acted, meaning that she had to involuntarily be taken to a mental health hospital. That woman has not been formally charged, so we are not identifying her. Florida's Baker Act requires up to a 72-hour hold for evaluation.
As y'all can see, Courtney was released due to the Baker's Act. And for y'all who don't know, the Baker's Act is the Florida Mental Health Act of 1971, or Baker Act. It is the involuntary examination, what some people call emergency involuntary commitment, when you get submitted to the mental institution when you didn't want it. The cops thought she may be mental, like going through something, you know, that's why she did it, so they seen her there. Due to that act, that's why she's out of jail. She been out of jail for the whole time, I think now, you know. I think the next day or 2 days later, she was at a bar.
Yeah, you should go. Yeah, you should go. Because you just killed your boyfriend. Yeah, you did. Yeah, and yeah. Yeah, okay, cool.
It sounded like it was his sister telling her, get up out of here. But I wish he didn't do that, because that brother, he didn't care for you, unfortunately. We're gonna get into that. When I first read it, I was like, Jesus, how could she do this to him? Then we found out this 27-year-old brother was very lost. He was a lost soul, like he truly is now. I'm still not gonna be so harsh. He thought she was the woman of his dream. Christian Toby Obumsili lost his life to the woman he loved. He loved her because she wasn't ignorant. He loved her because she never disgraced herself on the media. He loved her because she wasn't black on any other places on her skin. He wanted a white girl badly so he could teach her about African culture. I actually hope he was able to teach her that before he was murdered by her, because he loved her. Don't get me wrong, I know he was young when he made these comments. There's nothing wrong with having a type. You can have a type. You can like white women, you know, but it's the way he went about it, you know, expressing the way he liked white women, you know. My preference is chocolate women. I love me a chocolate girl. I'm not out here saying some ignorant nonsense or saying black girls are born to shake their butts, but that's not my type. He was just a lost soul. He was lost in so many ways, because he said, I don't like that black girls disgrace themselves on TV. Yeah, you dating a whole OnlyFans mom.
Taylor,
She's on
and I do
OF
for
other
a
dudes
living.
who's subscribing to her, writing her, and she's writing back because they paying her to bag. Bro, you's a clown. A dead clown at that. Pennywise. Rest in peace. Sis, rest in pieces. He loved white people. He wanted to be white. Honestly, as y'all can tell, I really have no remorse on this situation. At first I did. It's messed up how it went out and how they're trying to portray it. She's this innocent woman and mental, when she uploaded the day of the murder and the day after So to me, she's not that mental. She was on interviews. She didn't look like she had any mental problems with her. For that whole narrative that they're running, I hate the fact that they're doing that, and I hope they don't get away with that. But this brother was a lost soul. If it was me, I don't think he would have cared that it was me. So I can't really show him that. He didn't really care for the black people, offensive black jokes. He didn't care for that type of stuff. I can't really feel bad for this. He said he wanted a white girl. You got what you asked for. 10 years later from your post, you got killed by a white woman that you desperately wanted, that you wanted help for. You remember that? Anyways, y'all, leave a comment, leave a like, share the video with your friends. Watch this. Tell me what y'all think about these stories. Just be safe out here, guys. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. I'll see you on the next video. You gotta fuck with Za. We out.